how I've missed those words. What's good, you guys? It's DJ Dan here, back again once again, and today, you're probably like, what is this? Well, I'm here today with Miss Young Cloud.
Hey.
My friend over here. And, I'm going to see how loud this is. Okay, it's not too loud. It's just light music in the background. If you guys don't like it, sorry. It does get a little bit intense. I turned it as far down as I could. Here, I'll turn the mix up. We just have a little bit in the background, so it's not just like, oh my gosh, it's so barren. That's the thing about Pop Chocolate. I was thinking about putting music to it, but it's like, I'm gonna let you guys pick the music for that. But anyway, we're here today, and today's topic is motivation. So I was looking back through my channel, and interestingly enough, a lot of the videos with the most views on them were just videos like this, where I'm just talking. I'm not playing any video games. I'm like updating the channel, or I'm talking, and that has the most views. So I was thinking, what's something we could do that'd be fun and educational? So I thought, quotes. If you don't know what a quote is, it is a phrase that is literally something that someone said. And it's literally word for word. So, she's here today, I'm here today, and I believe our guest will get the first quote, if you would like. Okay, so the first one is going to be the one on top. The picture is much bigger for us. I'm sorry about the cropping issues. I couldn't crop it a better way. So, yeah, the first one.
Good, better, best. Never let it rest. So your good is better and your better is best. I think
Very, very interesting. Basically, a lot of these topics of motivation, if you didn't know, just by that. But I feel like a lot of these are going to be the exact same way, because a lot of them represent the same thing. It's just the words you wished to use. So if you guys are ever looking for quotes or something, there's tons of different typing. Shoutouts to Brainy Quotes. They have the website, www.brainyquote.com. And then the music in the background is from Nate Wants to Battle, all his covers and stuff. Let's see. I'm going to say that, well, we already know what it is. It's like, don't stop, because you can always get better. Never think, even if you're a millionaire, never think you just need to stop, but don't go crazy with power. So, anyway. Is it my turn, or do you have anything to reiterate about that?
No, I think you pretty much covered all the bases.
Okay, right or left? Right, okay. You guys can't see the pictures. The pictures are kind of blurry. I did notice that. But it's okay, because they put this black text here. Anywho, so, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. So it's very good, that's a very good thing. So now it's your turn to reiterate. What did you say? Oh, sorry, by Nikos Kazatskis. So, thank you for making this quote.
Well, my thought is that you can succeed pretty much as long as you believe in yourself. So, the very first step to accomplishing your goal is saying, I can do this, I can do this, and planning out how to get it so you can get what you want.
Well, I agree with her entirely. I'm just going to reiterate something she said. She did say that believing is the first step, and it is. If you don't believe it, if you're like, oh, there's no way I can do that, it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen, because you're not letting it happen. You have to try your best.
There is a psychologically sound theory that you have to believe you can. Otherwise, you'll be your own worst enemy, guys. So.
That next one is yours. Okay. Oh wait, no. Why did I do that twice? Okay. Anyway, pick right or left. Okay, so that's yours.
Accept your challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration George S. Patton. If you guys don't know who George S. Patton is, I believe he was a tank general in the Second World War for the Allied powers in Africa. He was very key to securing success for our side during the war. And he's known for being kind of, not ruthless, but determined in a more positive way. And so what I think this quote means is that sometimes in life you come across challenges and bumps in the road, and you have to accept them so that you can get past them, and not only get past them, but feel the good feeling that comes after you pass them. Like, oh, I'm glad that I made it past this. I'm glad that, I can move on with my life and, again, get to where I want to be.
Very interesting. I guess I'm going to reiterate on what she said. Accept the challenges. So, when challenges come your way at life, there are two different ways you can do it. You either have to accept it and you have to fight it, or you have to just let it control you, let it just attack you head on. And what you should do is you should fight back. You should accept the challenge, and then you can feel the greatness of victory. Have any of you ever played Shadow of the Colossus or Titanfall? Not Titanfall. What was it? I don't remember. It was some game. Anyway, in those games, the entire game is based around fighting these huge monsters that take forever to beat. And it's like, once you beat one of them, you just feel so good. It's like, yes, I finally beat it. So amazing. It took me forever to beat that game, but anyway. So, that is that. Anything else? Not one? Nope. Okay, my turn. Either you run the day or the day runs you by Jim Rohn. So, it's a very interesting quote there. I'm gonna go ahead and commentate this one first since commentating the last one. Anyway, but basically what it's saying is, if you don't have a good start to the day, or if you don't take control of your day and what's going on, then the day is going to just run you. You have to run what's going on. You can't just you can, but you can either run with it, or you can control it and run. So, it's sort of like, I don't know how to explain it. I didn't think about this. They said this is a first try, so, recording, so I hope everything goes well. Anything you have to say about that?
I think what Daniel is trying to say is that you have to take control, take the initiative of, this is going to be a good day, here's what I need to do, here's what I'm going to do, plan it out, and keep calm, because it's kind of like the saying, you can't be bullied if you don't let anyone. So if you believe you're going to have a nice day and you calmly accept challenges and just try your hardest to make it a good, positive day, then the day is not going to overcome you.
Right. I 100% agree with that. Anyway, let's move on. Pick right or left?
Right.
Okay, and that will be yours.
Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. By Charles L. Swindoll.
R. But, so something very interesting about this is it's saying that, life happens in the blink of an eye. If you've ever heard that from your parents, you'll hear it forever. I know I have. But life happens in a blink of an eye. So it's like, it goes by really fast. What happens in life depends on how you react to it. It's only 10% of everything that happens in your lifetime. What happens. But how you react to what's going on, that's mostly how your life will be. Anything you'd like to say on that one?
Yeah, I think the numbers are pretty arbitrary, meaning they don't really matter.
Yeah.
It's just kind of saying that the majority of, your life, you can choose again whether you want to be upset or whether you'd rather be happy or content the way you are, because it's ultimately your life and it doesn't usually help you get upset.
That's nice. Okay, so the next quote is mine with the nice water. I like the water and this water. Both, they have really good pictures here. Again, shout out to Brady quote. You guys are awesome in gathering all these together. So, this quote, what you do today can improve all your tomorrows, by Ralph Marshall. Your turn.
Well, I feel like as someone who's very connected to the environment that this is definitely by some type of environmental advocate. I don't know who Ralph Marston is, but I directly think that this is saying, whatever you do to help the environment will improve your quality of life and your children's quality of life, and so forth, for them. So,
something I'd like to say on it that I think is very interesting, and I don't want to get into this too much because I know that it's a very big subject and it takes so many different things. But the way I think of this one is timeline. The specific days, today and tomorrow's, like you see a picture of the river of time, possibly. I don't constant change. The thing I feel like it is I'm going to tell you how much life is important. Every little thing you do reacts what will happen. To take something, for instance, in my world history class today, we were talking about what would have happened if Germany won the war. Like, that's a big change.
what if our two very powerful?
Yes, what if are very big, too powerful words that can change any situation. Even if it's just something as simple as, did I become a cop or did I become an accountant? Because depending on which path you do take, depends on all the different people's lives you're going to affect by doing that job. So it's very important to understand time, and all the decisions matter. So try to make the best ones. Get the same thing. But with that, move on. Yeah. So this one is your pick. Right or left?
I'm gonna go with the one on the left. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream, by C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis, if you aren't sure, guys, is the one author who wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Narnia book series, which the movies are based off of. And it's pretty obvious what he's saying here. You can be 100 years old and, you're still not too old to decide you want to accomplish something. And that's constantly proven true. Like, that older lady that, swam the English Channel.
She was on CNN's News yesterday. Yeah. So, I'm going to reiterate, when she said, you're never too old to keep going. You just have to keep going. It all depends on what your goals are. And if you just stop, then you're stopping yourself. Nothing can stop you as long as you're keeping up the pace with what's going on.
It's sort of like that saying, you can't keep an old dog retricked, but any way you can.
You just have to learn. Anywho, so it was my turn. Now we'll be taking the one on the right. I do like the picture of this one. It's just something ominous. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. So, I'm going to read it, by Og Mendina. But, I'm going to go ahead and take a step back and do something meta right now. So, I was looking at some of the quotes on here the other day, and they, change, they never get rid of quotes, but they, change the order. And what I got said, failure cannot stop you unless you let it. So, like, it didn't say that specifically, I'm paraphrasing, but, failure, as long as you keep going, failure technically does not win. You do not lose until you give up. As long as you keep going, you do not fail. That's not the definition of failure.
Said, I didn't fail, I just found out like a very large number, 100 or a couple hundred ways not to make a light bulb. So it's all how you look at it, really.
Right, it all depends. So, very a nice quote, I like that. Ooh, this is your pick. Which one would you like?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'll do the one on the right. A creative man is motivated by the desire to achieve, not by the desire to be other. By Anne Grant.
Okay, so a creative man desire to achieve. Right. So basically, what I think it's saying is it's saying that if you're creative and it's not. You're not trying to be competitive. You're just trying to achieve greatness. What was it? Ooh, it's in our Let's Play. I don't know if it'll be up, but basically, I know episode 1 is out, so I'm not spoiling anything too big, but in Pop Tropica, there's an island where there were 2 inventors. I'm trying to leave it out as much as possible, but there were 3 inventors, actually. One of them was jealous of the other one, and then the other one was happy that he was creating a new thing, because he doesn't care that, oh my gosh, it's going to beat my invention, but he cared that it's another step forward and not backward. I feel like in this world today, child growth and brain development is going like far down. It's sad, but a creative person is motivated to achieve, to look for what's good or greater than it, but it's not competitive.
It's not necessarily talking about, in my opinion, a creative person, like someone who's, good at art.
Yeah, it's not necessarily.
Someone who looks at life in a different and unique way than probably most people, and kind of in a positive light that, just tries their hardest for themselves to get to achieve all their goals, and they don't care about deriding others or feeding other people, getting the invention first or whatever. They look at the big picture, like Daniel said, and they just, you created a rocket? Well, okay, you created it first, but it's still really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that means it's my turn, and I just saw this one the other day while I was perusing, but, The Secret of Getting Ahead is Getting Started by Mark Twain.
This one is very close to my heart because I personally am a procrastinator. Rough, really rough. Sometimes you get a large project or something and you don't know where to start. I think that's the issue. So you don't start. And then the not starting, delaying what has to happen eventually hurts you, because it's often better to just take things in little pieces than to force it all at once. Even if the first day you say, okay, I'm going to brainstorm ideas on how to do this, or, I'm going to make a list of stuff I have to get at the store, then that's, starting the process, and not 5 minutes every day or twice a week or whatever can definitely help the progress of what you need to get done.
I'm gonna just reiterate on that real quick, but I sort of agree with what she said. It makes sense, like, if you want to get ahead of everyone else, what do? You start the next lesson before they do. You have to start. There has to be that ignition. If nothing got started, then nothing would get done at all. Think about that. But, are you ready to... Nope. I think... Are we gonna actually make it through an entire page? I don't know. Left or right?
Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground by Theodore Roosevelt. I think you should start with or Teddy Roosevelt, affectionately.
So, technically speaking, I don't know much about Teddy Roosevelt. She probably knows tons more than me about Theodore Roosevelt. He's named Teddy Roosevelt because of a story with him and a bear. I totally remember.
The teddy bears were named after.
Yeah, the teddy bears were named after him. But he was a president of the United States of America.
A very environmentally friendly one, even though he did hunt quite a bit. He loved hunting all over the world at that point in time. But he created many national parks and he got that rolling. So he was a good president. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, what I was going to say is keep your eyes on the stars. So it's telling you to... I think what it's telling you, personally, is that you can't be wrong with quotes. It's all about what you feel the quote says.
It's like art.
It's like art. It all depends on what you see. But, what I see is he's telling you, keep your eyes on, like, everything. Like,
On the prize.
On the prize, on everything. But don't get carried away. Leave your feet on the ground.
Yeah. It's good to be a dreamer. The world definitely needs people who are creative thinkers in more ways than one. But you have to be realistic despite that. It's kind of like in all things you want to balance. You don't want to be extremely dreamy because, you could miss some of the realistic things about life, but you don't want to be all realistic and, typically negative. You want to dream a little too and be able to think outside the box. I think that's definitely a profound point.
See, well, the only reason I didn't want her to mention a thinker is because now I have the quote stuck in my head. If you guys have been watching, I don't know if it'll be done by the time this video goes out. I don't even know when this is going out. But in Nancy Drew, The Deadly Device, there was a guy, and he said, the world needs more people with questions than people who think they have the answers. Because you ever have that, like, one kid in the class that's, like, really annoying, and then they think they know the answer, and they're really all braggy about it, like, oh my gosh, I know the answer, and then they get it wrong, and it's like, you don't know the answer. It's like, why?
Yes, but at the same time, I think it's good to have people like that because
It's good, but the world needs more people who have questions about what's going on. I agree that both sides are good. It's just that in the world, there's more people who think they have the answers than there are
There does need
people.
to be a little bit of humility.
Yes, and questions like what, why, curiosity. I have problems. But anyway, let's continue. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Confucius.
Confucius is also another amazing person. He was a Chinese philosopher back in the dynasties. I don't know which dynasty. But he said a lot of things, got a lot of thoughts, and a lot of them are very interesting, so you should look into them if maybe you like this quote. What he's saying here, I think, is that, again, as I talked about before, as long as you break something big up, or even a small task, like cleaning the dishes, into a small group of tasks, you will be successful. And sometimes it's more beneficial for like your mental health. I think you'll be a little happier if you feel like you're not spending 5 hours doing this project all at once. Although you get it done in 5 hours, it's probably less stressing for you to work on it in little pieces and keep going until you finish, say over the course of a week or a couple days.
Again, I like breaking the fourth wall and like spawning so many different things from the one point that here's another quote. I hope you've heard this quote before because it's one very, very popular quote. Better late than never. You know, yeah, that's one that you just it comes out, it comes into mind so much, and it's like it's so true. And it's like you rather, oh gosh, that's like crazy, but you rather get it done than not do it at all. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, you arrived at my party late. Yes, but I came. You know, it's like I was busy, but I still came. It still happened. It still got done. It doesn't matter what you did. It matters about the outcome.
Well, that is true. I know sometimes I feel sensation comes back and I probably should have. But at the same time, you do want to respect other people's feelings and that they invited you or they gave you something just out of courtesy and politeness.
You try
your hardest.
Try your hardest, but if it does happen, if you do go slowly, it does not matter. As long as it eventually gets done. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. Again,
let us know if you liked this.
Right, I was thinking we might record 1 or 2 more episodes, or I don't know, she's busy, so she may not, but I will still be here. If you guys did like the episode, make sure to smash either button, just so I know. It's communication errors. But, thank you guys so much for checking out the video.
Have an awesome day.
We're signing out here.